The Connecticut River, New England's longest, is a feature that makes this region recognizable. And although it was designated a Federal American Heritage River, urbanized portions of it still suffer from water pollution due to combined sewer overflows and stormwater runoff. I sat down to discuss river health and ongoing cleanup efforts with Joshua Schimmel of Springfield's Water and Sewer Department and Pioneer Valley Planning Commission, Tim Brennan.
Prior to 1970, there was virtually very little treatment, and so pipes that collected sewage and stormwater from cities and urban areas just got piped right to the river. And that was the method where waste got transported to the dumping ground, which were our rivers. So really not until the 1970s and the passage of the Clean Water Act was there an influx of money where we could start to correct a lot of those issues. And that's where people started to build treatment plants and renew their collection systems and really start to be able to handle the combined sewer overflows and the direct discharge to the river.
And let's help people understand when this happens. It's not happening all the time anymore as it was, as you say, before in the 70s and before that, but how often is it happening?
It really depends on your piping network. So your typical sewer system in a combined area takes all the drainage from streets and sidewalks. Any paved area goes into catch basins, and that goes into a common pipe, which is a combined pipe, stormwater and sewage. And they have a limited capacity. And so when you get a rain event of a certain size, that capacity is reached, and the sewage has to go somewhere. That combination of sewage and stormwater has to go somewhere.
And
so
in more modern cities and systems, these are separate, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And so they're not having that problem, which we still continue to have.
Correct.
But it's very difficult to separate after the fact, and that's where the huge expense comes.
And it's where we find ourselves as a community in Springfield, right?
Right, and we're looking at probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $300 million yet to go. So it's an extraordinarily expensive problem, but it's the only way to get that water quality that we're striving for.
And when it comes to funding to fix these types of problems, it's unlikely, as I understand it, that there'd be federal dollars available for this in the short term. Is that right?
Yes. We had the fortunate situation for many years of former Congressman Over being able to champion earmarks, and we would get an earmark almost yearly.
This is back in the 90s, though.
Right.
Yeah.
That ended. So now we've had to pivot and look to the state and the environmental bond bill of the state to get any resource that combine with those limited resources that these communities have.
And right now, the state is sort of the hopeful beacon around funding for this issue.
Yes, we did get an allocation from the last bond bill passed in 2014, somewhere in the vicinity of $3 million out of the $10 million that was sort of blessed has been spent thus far. But again, $300 million versus spending maybe $3 million a year, we still have a long way to go.
In the EPA permit, I know that the state of Connecticut and river advocates there have often challenged the fact that the Massachusetts permit that's governed by the EPA has been delayed repeatedly and extended, and even recently extended again. So you've got some more leeway around how quickly you would need to clean this up. But in the short term, does it make sense to try and deal with this issue even though the EPA is saying you have a little more leeway?
Sure, we do. We deal with it. We're the stewards of the river. So really, there's only one community that cleans up the river, and that's wastewater treatment plants. There aren't other treatment systems. So we're the ones that kind of do the heavy lifting, and I mean that's part of our mission. So regardless of where the funding is coming from or the lack of funding, we kind of take that as part of our mission, and we go about it every day, and we plan for the future. So there's a huge scarcity of dollars, but when you look back to the 70s, when there were federal dollars on the table, that is when the bulk of the work got done. That's when treatment plants got built, and that was a 95% grant and a 5% match by your local community. So now we're lucky to get a 1 or 2% grant from working with PVPC, and it's 99% of that effort and lift is by the utilities themselves. So it's a super huge challenge financially, because combined sewer overflows aren't the only challenge that we have, obviously. All that infrastructure that's 160 years old, that's still in service, needs a lot of maintenance. So it's kind of balancing all of those things.
But at the end of the day, I think while dollars and cents are important and we need to be talking about them, the average person, I think, is probably concerned about what this means for the health of the river. So what do we know currently about the health of the Connecticut River?
Well, in broad strokes, we know in the work that's been done in concert with the affected communities, we've probably reduced the pollution level about 50+%. And we've actually achieved Class B water above the Holyoke Dam. And you can visually see the difference in usage upstream versus downstream. So now the focus is entirely on the Connecticut, the lower Connecticut, and the 3 core cities, which are the communities that still have the bulk of the CSO issues to overcome.